Yeah, first and foremost, disappointing outcome. I want to congratulate Coach Satterfield, his staff, and his team on a good game and a good season. Want to thank our fans who came down and had a great showing here. Always get great support from Mississippi State and our fans, and it was great to see them here. Appreciate the bowl, appreciate the committee. It was an excellent week in Nashville, and an experience I think myself and all these guys and our staff are very grateful for. There's head football coaches sometimes at the end of your career, you think you're going to write a book and talk about a season, or talk about your career, and each season's a chapter. And this season was a book in and of itself, and certainly 6 and 7 was not the outcome we desired. To get bowl eligible, to win an Egg Bowl, and have this opportunity to play in a bowl game, to me is a credit to these seniors, a credit to the staff, a credit to these leaders. That we were able to battle through a ton of adversity this season. Between graduation and injuries and other things that went on this season. So I'd like to credit these guys for getting us the ability to get to here. And certainly in all three phases today, I needed to be better, our staff needed to be better, and we needed to execute a little bit better. I thought we practiced well at state and here. I thought our kids played hard, but ultimately at the end of the day, we didn't do enough to win the football game. Question?
Coach, can you talk about the momentum swing when you guys are up 14-0 and then you got hot 31 straight for them?
Yeah, it's a game of momentum. We think we were doing really well defensively. Had trouble moving it a little bit early in the third quarter, and that's kind of when they caught their fire and moved the ball and scored the points. And we came back a little bit too little, too late. But Cunningham, the running back, and certainly number 1 is an excellent player. We had a hard time, defending him. They did a nice job with the run game in some misdirection. I thought we got the ball running a little bit early, struggled a little bit in the second half, and got the pass game going. But certainly you don't want to be battling out of the hole against a team of this caliber.
Joe, what was different maybe in the third quarter? It seemed like that defensively they did some things differently to kind of slow you down.
I don't think it was necessarily different things that they did. I think their D-line was doing a decent job. We run the same run plays, tweaked a couple of things, but it was essentially 2 quick 3-and-outs. And that's kind of what got us. I think if you look at the drive chart, I think their first drive took almost 6 or 7 minutes off the clock. Then we went 3-and-out, and then they had another one, and then we went another quick 3-and-out. And they didn't get rolling again until the fourth quarter, so they took a lot of time of possession there in the third quarter. And we were fighting defensively, weren't able to generate much offensively. Certainly those 3-and-outs did help there.
Joe, how disappointing is it to see Kylan get hurt on the first play? And,
to see what?
Kylan get hurt on the first play.
Yeah. Very disappointing. Kylan practiced well, practiced hard. Decided to play in the game. Which meant a lot to him, meant a lot to his team and his university. And certainly, base run play, you're not anticipating that happening, but he tried to fight through it. And that's a credit to him and his toughness and what he thinks of his teammates. And it was good to see Nick and Lee Witherspoon pick up the slack as well.
Joe, was Nick Gibson available in the first quarter?
Nick Gibson, yeah, we had Nick and a couple other guys that were on a 1-quarter penalty from back when we were back in school.
What percentage would you estimate Colin was going on once he got hurt like that?
No, I'd have to ask him. I don't know, sir. I would guess not 100, but I'm not sure what below that.
How much did that affect, Kylan going out, affect what you guys did offensively? The middle of the game, you guys stalled out a little bit. Is that an effect of him not being the workhorse that he has been all season?
You talking about Kylan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was necessarily a byproduct of what Kylan was doing. Some of it was, some of it was the plays, some of it was how they were defending it, some of it was the reads and things like that. So, I think we had a good mix of Kylan and Nick and Lee in there as well. And I thought, at times we ran effectively, but certainly not well enough.
Capri, you were playing with a secondary that was kind of piecing things together. A lot of starters not playing today. What was the challenge of that? What were you seeing from guys?
I just saw a lot of young guys, giving their best to try to help with the defense, the secondary. But we give a lot of explosive plays, but I give them the credentials for giving their all.
Tell me what happened on the fumble. Were you just trying to do too much, or did you get breaked out from behind?
Yeah, I got to take better care of the ball. It's obviously a big play in the game. But yeah, I should take better care of the ball.
You talked about reads and maybe some protection and whatnot, but I'm wondering if there was ever an instance when you guys weren't moving the ball in the middle of that game, if you thought about putting Keaton Thompson in the game?
Not in the sense that, what we were going to need to do was throw it around to catch up and score, and based on skill set and what we had available, we felt it was best with Tommy there, and came back and generated 2 long touchdown drives there. So that was the thought process.
Joe, you talked about this being a book in and of itself this season.
Yeah.
What was the most challenging part to you and that affected you guys the most on the field?
I wouldn't say it was necessarily one thing, but a combination of everything, kind of, grouped together. And I think what I certainly don't want this loss today to take away from is these senior class and what they've done at Mississippi State and everything that these guys have done. How many straight bowl games, 2 straight Egg Bowl wins, getting us bowl eligible and fighting and scratching and clawing through a bunch of the different things. And I don't want to kind of go through the list of them because they're significant. But at that point in the season, we were 3-5. And we needed to win 3 or 4 to get bowl eligible and beat Arkansas and beat Ole Miss and beat Abilene Christian. I think it speaks volumes to these guys and their belief in the program and the culture and their leadership. Because if they didn't believe, they didn't have fight, and they didn't know how to battle adversity, we wouldn't have got to this spot. And I also don't want to get kind of lost in the outcome today, the amount of positive momentum, that we have, going forward with the number of, I think we had on the field today to start the game, 6 of our 11 starters who started the first game didn't play. And I think almost a similar number, maybe offensively. So throughout the season, you saw a ton of young kids in there playing football who are either first or second year players and, have done really, really well. When you look at it positionally across the board, I think it's going to bode very well for the future. And you add that to our, what we've been doing from a recruiting standpoint, and you stand on the shoulders of those who've gone before you, and these seniors have had to set a high bar. But between our young kids, our recruit classes, our development, I think the future's very bright.
Joe, what was Errol's status today? I know he got on the first play, but what was his?
It was an existing injury from the season, and then when we cut the guys loose and they went home, he was working out on his own and kind of dinged it up a little bit, trying to do extra. He tried as hard as he could, went out there pregame, but he couldn't go.
Darryl, what happened with you in the pregame, and how determined were you to get out there and play?
Oh no, my knee just buckled a little bit in the on that turn. I think they got to do a better job on the field, me getting that field prepared. But I think I did. I wasn't gonna not play this game. This is my last game as in maroon and white. I wasn't gonna let my senior down. I'm not just my senior, but my team. Those guys believed in me, so I wasn't gonna let those guys down. But I'm okay. So.
Darryl, you mentioned it being your last game in maroon and white. When you look back over the Mississippi State experience, what's it meant to you?
Oh man, it's been a journey. Like I said before to you guys, I can't do the thing Mississippi State for giving me the opportunity to come play college football at Division I level. I just took advantage of each and every day to be the best I can be at this university and put this university on my shoulder each and every day.
Darryl, Coach Moorhead was talking about how this year's kind of been a chapter of a book or a whole book in and of itself and things. What's that been like from a player's experience, just the ups and downs from off the field stuff to just the way the year went? What's that been like inside the locker room for you guys?
Just keeping guys together. I think this senior class has done an excellent job. Our leaders have done an excellent job just keeping guys together. We've been through up and downs. Guys being not being able to play games, guys being able to just being hurt. I think we did an excellent job. The seniors and upper class and just keeping guys prepared and keeping guys ready.
There was a moment in the broadcast late in the game where the camera is showing some Louisville players on the sideline, and they're holding up a sign, and it has you quoted as saying Louisville is soft. I don't know if you know anything about that or if you have any comment about it.
Louisville is soft?
Yeah, it has you quoted as saying that.
I don't remember saying that.
Yeah. Wondering if you had any comment.
I don't, because I never said it. So, that'd be the comment.
Darryl, they talked a little bit about Kyler Hill, and how much did you guys as the offensive line want to get him that record just as an accomplishment for this season?
We more definitely want to get him that record. For him to be the all-time leading rusher, I think Mississippi State history. I think we wanted to get him that record. We tried our hardest. I think he got deal up on the first play. I think that he didn't get on the team. I think that we tried our hardest to get him that record. I think he's going to continue to be a great back in this league, even not this league, but the next level. So looking forward to it.
JaQuarius, can you talk about how tough it was to contain Cunningham the way he can run and throw?
Say it again.
Well, you talk about out top of this contain Cunningham, the way he can run and throw.
Oh man, he's a very good athlete. You know, I just had to use my outside, keep my outside contained. But he's quick, he's fast, and I have to give him his props for that. But it was pretty tough. I just had to keep my outside contained, do my job.
JaQuarius, they were able to convert a lot of third and longs there in the second half. Was that something that they were just doing effectively, or was there something defensively that was just out of place?
I just feel like they had to give up a lot of explosive plays. They kept throwing it in the middle, so they were scheming us up real good. So, you know, it really nothing we could do about that. We just got to do better with the play out.
Tommy, I know the emotions are all coming off the field, but what's the season been like for you? And between all the injuries and everything, I know it's loaded, but.
It's been wild. Yeah, obviously still emotional from it. You know, nothing really in life goes exactly how you think it's going to go. With that being said, I mean, it's all part of you know, the picture and plan, and you know, it's. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful to have been able to come here, to meet a whole new group of guys. You know, play with guys like Landrews, guys like Darryl. You know, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to make that decision. It wasn't easy to you know, for those guys to, you know, welcome me in the way they did. And, you know, I'm forever thankful for that. You know, for those guys just giving me a chance. And it's tough, man. It's tough because, you know, a lot of people on the outside don't really understand how much, you know, it takes. You know, they don't understand how. And with that being said, it's difficult, but I mean, we love what we do, and it's a lot of emotion. I'm gonna miss this team.
Joe, you talked about Tommy as a guy that you'd see as your young son. What's it been like coaching him this year and the way it's gone, and sort of the ups and downs?
Yeah, it's like watching one of your own grow up. You know, got a relationship that dates back, and known him for a long time. Watch him grow as a player, watch him grow as a person. He's got a wonderful family. You know, whether it's in the game of football playing, you know, whether it's in the game of football coaching, or whatever he does in life, I know he's made of the right things. He's a good kid with great character and a great set of values, and whatever he sets his mind to, he's going to accomplish. So, you know, proud to be associated with Tommy Stevens.
Tell me, you're a guy too that took advantage of the transfer portal and being a grad transfer. That's been a hot topic this year. Looking back now, was that a good decision for you that have the right and the ability to take advantage of the grad transfer?
Absolutely. You know, kind of like I was saying there, I don't think anything that, you know, that happened this year would determine, you know, whether or not it was successful or not. It was the best decision for me at the time. I don't regret it at all.
Joe, kind of along those lines, Joe, transfer portal or anything like that, inside the quarterback room, Keaton, is there any, with his future with the program, has anything been decided there? Does he still plan to stay here going forward and things, given Garrett having so much playing time and stuff this year?
Yeah, we, you know, we're going to take a couple of days off here. We report back on Sunday with a team meeting, and then, you know, I think classes resume on, these guys, classes resume on Monday, and then I have next week set up. The position coaches have met with the players individually and had season end meetings, and then I'm going to be with all the guys individually next week, so I'll have more information with them.
Joe, all three guys up there on the stage, if you're right now, they're professional prospects coming up in the upcoming draft and all such. How have they impacted your team as leaders and as players and teammates?
Yeah, I think when you look at guys who have the opportunity to play at the next level, you know, they have to have the ability to get that done. And, you know, all those guys have been blessed with ability and talent, and they've done an excellent job at this level of football. You know, it's going to be about their opportunity to either go to the combine or our pro day and show the things that they're able to do from a measurable and quantifiable standpoint, and put those things together. And you don't need all 32 to like you, you just need one to like you. And I know if these guys get the right opportunity, that they'll make the most of it.
Joe, wrapping up your second season, 2 postseason losses, obviously not what you want as a head coach. What's your biggest takeaway finishing up your second year?
We just got to stay the course and keep working. You know, I mean, certainly ending the season with a loss in a bowl game is not ideal. You know, 2 years, 14 wins, 2 bowl appearances, 2 wins over top 25 teams, 2 Egg Bowl victories, 3 successive top 25 recruiting classes. You know, a bunch of young guys that have played and have played well. You know, it's trying to focus on the positives. You know, sit down next week and evaluate every aspect of the program and see where we're at. You know, continue what we're doing well and looking to fix the things that we need to do a little bit better. And take obviously not the positive momentum from this game, but all the things we've done well in the past few years and work to continue to build off of that.
We've got time for one more question.
Obviously mentioning those list of accolades, do you feel like there's sometimes too much weight put on that final record?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's a barometer of what we've done for the season. I think there's context to everything, but certainly, finishing, with 6 wins and getting to a bowl, winning the Egg Bowl, you would love to finish this one off the right way and end the season with a winning record rather than losing.